I'm here with Eddie Gilreath, a resident of La Quinta Cove, who at one time worked with Michael Jackson. Eddie, tell us a little bit about your interaction with Michael and about your historical past.
Yes, Kate. Well, I was really fortunate enough to work with Michael Jackson when he first came to Motown. I was a regional promotion manager there at the label in Detroit. And Michael and the brothers came over and they began to record their first hits, and we knew right then that Michael Jackson was a superstar on his own. I mean, the entire band, Jackson 5, the entire group that was with him was fabulous, but Michael Jackson always stood out. And during this time of sorrow that we're all feeling, it's really a loss to the industry because Michael Jackson was such an important icon. I almost hate to use the word icon, but an important figure in the music industry that the entire world is going to mourn his loss. And we at the Motown label really had a great time working with Michael, and he was an incredible young man who was just a kind-hearted individual who wanted to do anything he could for anyone and to show his love for people from the time that I first knew him when he was about 10 or 12 years old up until his death. So Michael Jackson was an incredible individual who we all loved working with. We will miss him dearly, and we just hope that everyone appreciates his music and the culture that he has given us in terms of his musical culture, and or pop culture, I guess is a better term to say, and also what he's been able to leave us as in terms of his legacy. So Michael Jackson will be with us with his music forever, and he will be missed.
Did you have some photos?
Yes, I have a couple of photos here that you can zoom in on. One where we were at a hospital in...
you want to hold those up?
Okay, in Philadelphia. And we were, again, seeing young children. This was back when he was approximately 10 or 12 years old. And I don't know how that's going to show, but that's one of them there. And that's his father in the corner there. That's myself in the center. I was about 15 years his senior at that time. And he looked upon me as, I guess, one of his individuals who we could trust and feel good about, because he would always grab my hand as we would walk around, and he felt that I was going to make sure that he was protected and taken care of.
So that's Michael with the tie,
right.
Bent over an album?
Yeah, well, he signed a picture which was autographed to the children in the hospital.
Okay, and these were children in a Philadelphia hospital?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So his father on my right, and you...
more or less in the center there.
There with all the hair.
Yeah, that's in the old days.
Okay, good.
A little bit of an afro and the sideburns, and a different style to say the least.
This would have been in the 70s?
This would have been late 60s, early 70s.
Okay,
yes.
okay. And you had another one also?
Oh, actually, this is just a picture of the group, one of the publicity pictures that we used to use. And this is during the very first years they were at Motown. It shows the entire Jackson 5 group in their outfits during the time they were doing ABC.
Okay, and so this is Michael right here.
Right.
With a microphone. Yeah. And so Michael left Motown then, and did you have contact with him after that?
Oh yes, a number of times we get a chance to meet and spend some time together, both over in Encino at his home, and also when he used to come down to visit David Geffen, who was one of the biggest industry luminaries that you could mention in this business. And he would come down to see David. He looked upon David as a guru, and he would come down and ask advice and spend time with David quite often. And I was David Geffen's vice president of sales for 10 years, and became quite familiar when Michael was coming down. We would always get a chance to say hello to each other. And also when he would spend time over at Quincy Jones's house, I would be there from time to time, and he would come over and certainly spend a lot of time with Quincy because he felt very close to, excuse me, very close to Quincy, especially of course during the time of Thriller, Bad, and Off the Wall.
Right. Well, this is certainly a sad time, as you say, for the music industry, and he's a person who will remain in all our minds as long as we're humming a tune.
Yes, I think his music will last forever, and we should just remember the good times, the great music, and enjoy his legacy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Eddie.